The power of delusional self-belief. Oh yeah, my type of video. Let's go.
And I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming fighter, and without a doubt, you will see me on the UFC in the near future. Without a doubt.
My type of talk.
This is the first office of Amazon.com, and up here, this is my desk here.
It's your desk, Danny. It's your desk. No dream is too big. Yes.
July 1945.
Gunda Haig, with the wind-blown hair, number 200.
Breaks the world record for the fastest time to run a mile. 4 minutes and 1.2 seconds.
And people said, well, there may be a barrier.
At the time, everyone believed that 4 minutes was the barrier. That running a mile in under 4 minutes was physically impossible.
Right.
Can't keep on running faster.
Scientists even claimed that a human body simply isn't capable of running that fast. That if it ever did,
It explode. Yeah.
the heart would explode before it even got to the finish line. But an overconfident medical student by the name of Roger Bannister believed otherwise. And on the date of May the 6th, 1954,
Let me see. 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Wow.
As a medical student, knew that
Nice.
there wasn't a brick wall. If you could run it in 4 minutes and 2.2 seconds, then you would find somebody else somewhere who trained a little better and they could do it.
and just shy
Exactly.
of 2 months later, 22 more people had followed in Roger's
Woo! Look at that.
footsteps. So for
Once one person makes it possible, other people grow inspired from that and be like, wait, it is possible. Who was I to think that it was impossible? The more you think that something is impossible, there's people in this world that believe I'm possible. I'm possible to make this shit happen. Ain't that something? How they made 2 words, 1 word, and it has been a disease, a mental disease to so many people around the world, to so many generations around the world. No, that's impossible. You can't do that. Like, how will you ever train for that? How will you ever get mentally ready for that? How will you ever... It's going to get done. I'm going to do it. I'm possible. But to slow down the progress, the progressive human... Yes. Okay? They made impossible to just make that like a little barricade. It's impossible. It's impossible. Bitch, I'm possible.
9 years, not one person could break the record. But as soon as it was done once, all of a sudden everyone was now capable.
He's got a world record.
God damn.
The record today sits at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Pretty far off the impossible barrier of 4 minutes if you ask me.
We really don't care. We don't care.
This is a song that I used to hear the old folks sing a long time ago. And I used to hear them tell me these words.
When we were little kids, we all had big dreams. If someone asked you what you wanted to do when you grew up, it was an astronaut, an athlete, or maybe it was an actor. But then when you get to a certain age, you're expected to lower your standards. Told you can't do certain things. And I don't disagree, to be honest. Most people shouldn't be chasing a dream.
Well, shit. I'd bet to differ, and I'd say it was just too many things we wanted to do. It was too many things that was in our imagination. Well, that was for me at least, right? Like, I mean, what happened to the kids that used to dream about being a policeman, a superhero, a firefighter, a veterinarian because they love dogs. They love animals. You know what I'm saying? A doctor, a lawyer, a basketball player, an agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to all those philosophies, all those ideas, huh? Come on, man.
Things. And I don't disagree, to be honest. Most people shouldn't be chasing a dream. But there's some people out there that have it inside of them. And it makes me wonder, how many of those people never got there because they were told they couldn't?
Damn. Hard work or luck? Which one is it? Is that Bill? Ah! Ah!
$115.8 billion. That's how much money Bill Gates is currently worth.
Ah!
If you get rid of 99%, I'd have 1.3 billion. I'm
Look at him. Look at him. So look. So look, guys. You get rid of like half my money. I still have about 1.5 billion. I still got a B. So what's for dinner, Melinda?
so sorry.
Just 1% of Bill's money is more than 500 times more than the average person will make throughout their entire lifetime. And I don't care what you think about him. Bill's a great guy. He's done great things.
Is it true that you can leap over a chair from a standing position?
It depends on the size of the chair.
But I want to take a look at how. How can a single human being who wasn't handed anything, by the way, make more money than 60 fucking countries combined? At age 12, Bill's parents send him to a private school by the name of Lakeside. 1 year in, the school gains access to something special.
This is a teletype Model 30.
One of the only computers in the world at the time. And this is where Bill finds his love for programming. Alongside his classmate Paul Allen, they both begin experimenting with writing code.
Goodness golly.
At the time, they were discouraged from playing around with the computers, told they were better off pursuing something real in the world. And so Bill did exactly that.
I don't believe that. I'm be honest. I don't believe that. At a private school, bro, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, bro. There was not one black person up in that school. There was not one black teacher, black janitor. They was on that computer. What the fuck? They was on that computer, bro. I don't give a damn what you said. They was on that computer. Break time, lunch time, had probably 2-3 classes in a day dealing with that computer. With that teletyper. I'm saying I don't believe that, bro.
Better off pursuing something real in the world.
Come on, bro.
And so Bill did exactly that. After graduating...
Look at his teacher. Look at his teacher. Look at his teacher. I did have something to say, but I'm not gonna say that about this guy. He doesn't deserve that. But one thing I can say is they was on that computer. I don't know if they had, 4 classes in a day. I don't know how their classes work back in the Gap, but I do know about 3 out of 4, 3 out of 8, 3 out of 7 classes, they was on that computer. After school, lunchtime, break time, recess, they was trying to see what's going on with that computer, bro.
Classmate Paul Allen, they both began
What's good, Ari?
Writing code. At the time, they
Definitely.
were discouraged from playing around with the computers, told they were better off pursuing something real in the world. And so Bill did exactly that. After
something real in the world. Stop. I gotta stop again. They knew that was the future. What the? Hey! I understand. Listen, I understand that. Whose channel? What channel is this? Modern Ideas. Okay, Modern Ideas. I know that you are attempting to play on the heartstring of those who have been, castrated. Well, that's a bad word. Oops. They have been repelled away from their dreams and aspirations and things they love to do. But this is not the best example. This with Billiam Gates, with Billiam fakes, this is not a great example. I'm gonna just keep it all the way transparent with you, homie. This ain't it.
Graduating, he goes off to college to study law. Hopes of being a lawyer. But whilst he's there, he keeps his passion for computers. He spends most of his spare time reading about them. In books, in articles, in magazines. Fascinated by them. And on a regular night in January 1975, he stumbles across something that sparks his interest. And as he's reading, an idea comes into his mind.
Hello. I'm Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft.
That idea went on to become one of the biggest, most recognizable companies in the entire world. Just 8 months after getting the idea, Bill Gates and Paul Allen decided they would drop out of college and focus on building Microsoft.
Son of a bitch.
And over the course of the next 50 years, they did exactly that. They built an empire, just last year turning over a light $88 billion in profit. Now, Bill's story is an interesting one, because from the outside looking in, we can see how lucky he was. Born into an upper middle class family, access to one of the only computers in the world at the time, the list goes on. But you can't look at that list and blame luck alone for his success. Sure, Bill had one of the luckiest head starts a human could ever have, but he also built everything himself. Bill was an incredibly hard worker.
We were hardcore about, hey, if you're working on a piece of code, just get it done. Don't worry about sleep.
He'd be in the office 7 days a week, up to 18 hours a day.
I didn't believe in weekends. I didn't believe in vacation.
From age 20 to age 30, Bill and Paul didn't take a single weekend off. He never received a penny from his parents.
In weekends. I didn't believe in vacation.
From age 20 to age 30, Bill and Paul didn't take a single weekend off. He never received a penny from his parents to fund Microsoft. In fact, the business was actually losing money for the first 5 years. Luck was involved, no doubts about it. He was in the right place at more than the right time, but he also put in more work than everyone else. The success wouldn't exist without both parts. I think as people, we like to think of the world as linear.
All right, here we go.
In
All right, now we're talking. Come on, yeah.
But that never seems to be the case.
Let's talk.
Most of the time, things happen very randomly.
Yes.
And if we're talking in terms of success,
very
it's
randomly.
usually exponential.
Yes.
Usually there's a few lucky moments that change things forever. For example, like I said,
but it ain't
Microsoft
luck.
was losing money for the first 5 years.
It's not
it was
luck.
Only in 1980 when they made a deal with IBM when they got their first breakthrough. They were introduced to millions of computers overnight.
Wow, you've had such success and it's just been so overnight and whatever. Well, whatever success I've got has come after like 8 years of just nothing working out.
Inevitable.
At a certain point, I believe with enough time, things start to become inevitable. We've
Yeah.
already established that luck is involved.
I don't know. Okay. And maybe... Why is Bill Fakes the example here?
You need to be in the right place at the right time. But at least in my mind, it makes sense that within an entire lifetime, it's impossible that you don't get lucky once. Tarantino is a great example at this point I'm trying to make. As you heard him say,
8 years of just nothing working out.
and when he did finally get some success,
Tarantino.
it all came overnight.
Thanks.
His first feature film did around $2.9 million on a $1.2 million budget. That's $1.7 million in profit. And the reason his story fits perfectly with this video is because logically speaking, it would have made sense to quit after year 4 or 5. Clearly what he was doing wasn't working, but because he was delusional enough to believe it would work, he put himself in a position where eventually it just had to. Sure, he's a talented guy, but he wasn't born with the ability to make great films. It was the 8 years of nothing that developed him into a great filmmaker. And because he was a great filmmaker, and because he was around for so long, one day he was in the right place, at the right time. I honestly don't see a way where if you have one dream in life, and you're committed enough to continue going for it for at least a decade, eventually it doesn't work out. And I think the hardest part about it, and the reason success rates are so low, is because people struggle to believe that. And so they change.
Yo, this YouTuber by the name of Jaden Banks, Jaden, last name Banks. I watched a lot of his videos, man, and he's a great communicator. He's a great visionary, right? Very thoughtful with his words, you know? And I would love to see him make a video that just speaks about heart. That's the title of the video. Heart. 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 That's it. From the video we just watched about height, like does your height make you more or less of a person, of a man, right? Heart. This all comes down to heart. Well, not all of it, right? Of course, we're going to incorporate biology and genetics, genealogy. But spirituality and heart, bro, like that. If he would have said right here, he could that'd have been one of the most beautifulest exits, outros of a video. Listen what he say, y'all. Listen.
See a way where if you have one dream in life and you're committed enough to continue going for it for at least a decade, eventually it doesn't work out. And I think the hardest part about it, and the reason success rates are so low, is because people struggle to believe that. And so they change directions before they ever get there. I mean,
people struggle to have heart. They don't have heart. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch y'all next week for the next video. Love you. Have heart. That'd have been the most fire outro right there. Right there. They don't have heart. Relationships, they don't have heart. Career, they don't have heart. They don't have it. They don't have it. Too much pride. Too much ego. Ego. Your E should go. Leave it. Leave it away. Bye. You're not helping me. Bye. My pride is killing me. My pride won't let me take something. My pride won't let me ask. It won't let me. Oh my gosh, I'm killing myself. Ah! Fuck all of that shit. I'ma ask. I'ma say what I got. And if you ask me, what don't I have, I'll tell you that too. All that shit is out, man. Heart. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Short-term vision won't get you the long yacht. It won't get you those vacations. It won't get you those freedom, liberation moments. It won't get you that. A short vision, a short mind, a temporary, okay, if I do this for about 6 months, I'll be cool. I'll be content. I'll be comfortable. How about 6 years? How about 5 years of back and forth, not working out? This not going my way. I gotta change my whole way of thinking because I gotta make way because of what I don't want is happening, and I'm glitching. How about 6 years? How about that? How about 10 years? How about that? Y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Got my shoes in the house. Yet again, another day. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just to build some perspective here. If I told you, you got 10 years, you got 11 years, some odd ass number, you got 11, 12 years to consistently do what you love. Let's say 11. On that 12th year, the the third month, every vision you wrote down, every dream that you wanted to come through from your passion, is going to come true. Would you quit? Would you stop if you knew that when you started? That's the vision you got to have. That right there. Bitch, I can't stop. I won't stop because I'm about to get it. Oh! Can't stop. I'm about to get it. Nah, it's on its way. Yo, when is it coming? It's on its way.
I mean, it could happen next week, or it could happen in 30 years' time. You don't know. But at the end of the day, you only get one life. So you might as well go for what you actually want. And it's going to take some delusion to keep you going for that long. Because most likely, nothing's going to happen for a very long time. But eventually it will. And those who stick around will find that out.
Those who stick around.
So the top's the only place to go now.
I, all day long, would be practicing on the elevator. In my dorm, I'd be going ba 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 ba, saying the shit. Right when Con would bring me up, my fucking head would spin. I'd forget where I was, not making sense. I would say 2 jokes, and then I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what's coming next. And I had that going for a while, but I still would go home at night and go, fucking, I'm gonna be so fucking...
Shout out Adam.
I don't know what it was. Psycho.
It's funny, delusional thinking can sometimes carry you to the, like, once you develop some skill.
That'll never be. Nah, Joe. I mean, shout out Joe. Shout out Joe Rogies. Always. Delusional thinking will always work out. Always.